Hi, I'm Tracy Schuhmacher. I'm food and drink reporter for the Democrat and Chronicle, and I'm here with my colleague, Will Cleveland.
Hi.
Beer columnist and breaking news.
Yes.
Luckily, there's no breaking news right now at this very moment.
Please don't jinx us.
So we can talk Super Bowl.
Yes. One of the best days of the year. I mean,
Especially
get
for
together
beer.
with friends and family and watch commercials and eat greasy fried food. I mean, what more could you want?
Absolutely. So basically, our content for this week in the flavors section has to do with food you'd eat during the Super Bowl and lots of beer.
Yeah, lots of beer. Lots of beer.
No, that's awesome. So I basically, chicken wings, pizza, it's pretty common for the Super Bowl, but I thought that I would explore tater tots. My gosh, they seem to be exploding on menus all around town.
It's just the perfect bar food.
I know, it's awesome. And I think it's very, they're very kind of, they take you back to your kid days and all that other kind of stuff. So it was fun to research and go check out some of the creations in town. Research, taste. Yeah. So one of the places I went was Playhouse Swoleburger.
Yep.
Where you've been.
Yep.
And they do a different tot creation every week.
I know. I love the creativity there.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. And so the one I tried was vegan. It was I don't know if it would be up your alley, but it was peanut curry, coconut sauce with pickled veggies on top, and it was fantastic.
I'd give it a shot. Yeah.
It was absolutely delicious.
That's awesome.
And did you say you've had some of their tots there?
Yeah, just straight up, nothing crazy or weird. And I like just getting a big basket of French fries there, but can't really go wrong at that place. Just insanely great beer and just all the cool arcade games and just that open space that they just put so much time and effort into. And
it's fabulous.
What more could you ask for, really?
Yeah, and a plug for them. Their kitchen was just incredibly clean and sparkling, so that was good to see. And then I also went to Rock Brewing, and I think I know that's...
Yeah, I love those guys, and I love what they're doing. Just cool to see them do different things. But yeah, talk about what they were doing with the tots.
Well, so this was phenomenal, and so you've been there and seen all the tanks and all that other kind of stuff, and they've carved this little tiny kitchen out of.
That's been there since the beginning.
Oh, it has?
Yeah, but they utilize it more now.
Okay. So, and it's very creative use of space. There's no cooktop or fryer near it, as I could tell, just very basic kitchen equipment. So they do their waffles they do their tots on a waffle iron, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had never seen anything like that before. And wow, they basically pile up the tots on the waffle iron and smash it and flip it the way you do with a commercial waffle iron.
I can imagine some of their beers, especially like they have a smash pilsner right now. I can imagine that just goes perfectly. Like something with a really simple, nice little sweetness to kind of, don't take over for what, let the ingredients and the toppings and everything kind of shine. And that's making me hungry.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing that was cool about Rock Brewing is Josh, who is a CIA Culinary Institute of America trained chef. He's going to start doing a weekly Totco special.
I saw them post about that on Facebook. That's really cool.
Yeah, so
Josh is a super talented guy. Like I wrote about him a few months ago because he does all of their sour recipes too. And just approaching things with that chef brain. Like, ooh, what kind of ingredients can I use in a beer? And it's kind of cool to see it on the food front too.
Yeah. So anyway, I did a couple visits, and I've been to others before. So I did about 12 places to get tots. What do you have brewing for this week?
So I wrote two different pieces this week. I wrote a Super Bowl beer preview where, like, for the second annual one last year, I compared Carolina and Colorado beer. This year I compared Massachusetts and Georgia beer. Did it a little differently this time instead of kind of talking about like what my favorite beers are from that state, because Georgia, there's not really many beers available in our market from Georgia, if any, really. So I decided that I would look at a different brewery in each state and kind of talk to someone from that brewery and get them to talk about, like what makes their state special, what their brewery is known for, and then, get a Super Bowl pick.
Great idea.
Yeah, it was fun. So I talked to Dustin Watts, who's the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Terrapin, which is one of the original craft breweries in Georgia. They're about 15 years old and kind of started the whole wave of Southern beer, really. Actually just got bought out last year by Miller Coors. But kind of interesting to talk about how they're kind of built on a hoppy foundation, which is not something you would expect in the South. And, talked about just what makes Georgia beer, and then I talked to this guy named Joe Mashburn, who's the head brewer at one of my favorite breweries of all time, this place called Night Shift, just outside of Boston in Everett, Mass. And just they're known for their fruited Berliner Weisses, which is a sour German wheat beer. So taking a nice, simple sour base and just, assaulting it with fruit, basically. And I love what they do. And they do a lot of those New England style IPAs like I've written about, and do traditional styles really well, like a German style Pilsner, a German style Hefeweizen, and stuff like that. So really cool to kind of compare and contrast the two beer states, rather, through the lens of two of my favorite breweries. Yeah, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you also wrote.
And then I wrote a little sidebar for Tracy's top piece with just some simple picks for best beers to enjoy with your tots.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, and then what I did at home, I'm not writing about this, but at home I decided to try the Brewing waffle concept, and was surprised. But I was amazed at how well it worked, because they were golden brown and crunchy, much crunchier than you'd ever get by putting them in the oven.
Why don't we have tots in front of us right now?
I know. I was actually going to make some, and Ginny Butler, our studio manager, was worried about setting off the smoke alarm.
Fair enough. All right.
So we'll have to talk about it. But I'm going to tell you how I did. So I basically took thawed tots, put it in the waffle iron. When the light indicated it was done, I fried up an egg, because I wanted to make sure that it really got extra crispy. Fried an egg. So when it came out of the waffle iron, I put a little cheese on top. I put a fried egg on top. I did some peppers and onions.
Good Lord.
Boom. I mean, it was delicious. It was so delicious. And then you need a little something, like a little sauce of some sort,
absolutely.
like hot sauce. I did ketchup, because I love ketchup.
But Frank's and everything. I'm happy with Frank's.
Yeah, Frank's would have been good too. So
nice.
Anyway, folks, you can do this at home. Take your tots, smash it in a waffle iron. You could serve it for Super Bowl.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so it's all good. So watch our content this week, and we'll have you ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me.
Go Falcons. I want to see sad Tom Brady.